All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the next New Earth Teachings webcast for today. So I know it's been a while since we've done the last one. It's just been so busy after the holidays, getting everything together. But I'm happy to be with you all today. So we're probably going to be doing about a 45-minute broadcast today. So because I do have to do a little running around before I actually work on my Spirit Ambassador classroom, which is going to be following after this. So, we're going to be getting into questions and healing requests here very shortly. I'm just going to start off with a few announcements, and then we'll be getting right into it. So, the first announcement is the Healing Code cards, body deck. Again, they are available. I've actually just gotten word that I will be getting the physical cards in next week. Okay, so they'll be here either between Tuesday to Thursday next week. And so I will be sending out orders. So everything that's basically been purchased on the Healing Code Cards website right now has been for pre-order. So again, I'm going to be getting the cards next week and starting to send out a lot of deliveries. So far we had over about 300 of the Healing Code cards sold. So it's really incredible. I'm just very, very thankful to everybody who is investing into the Healing Code cards. I really worked hard on bringing these Healing Code cards to the public. They are a lot of work. They're not as easy as they look. And I am going to be working on another deck here this summer, probably around May or June. And it is going to be called the Healing Code Cards Mind Deck. Okay, so I'm going to be working on that around May or June this year. It's going to be a little bit of a bigger deck than the body deck, but again, it's going to be really working on entity removal. It's going to be clearing out emotional stagnancies as well too. It's going to be working on addictions. There's a lot of things that I'm putting into the mind deck. So basically with the body deck and the mind deck, they're going to be two amazing alternative healing technology tools that I'm going to be making available. So I'll be talking about that a little bit more down the road. But again, if you guys don't have your Healing Code cards yet, or you want to order another deck, now's the chance. They're also going to be on Amazon here before the end of the month as well, too. So before January 31st, I'm looking to get everything ready for Amazon so that people in Canada, the United States, and I believe Mexico as well, too, will be able to purchase on Amazon. Everybody else will just be going to the Healing Code Cards website in other countries. So again, if you haven't got your Healing Code Cards deck yet, just go to healingcodecards.com, okay? Right now, they're not at a discount. They were at a discount. I forgot to update that. Right now, they're at their original price, $49.99 Canadian. Okay, so that's like $39 US. All right. So again, go ahead and check that out, healingcodecards.com. Okay, and secondly is the Cosmic Tour to Stonehenge in the Pleiades, where, again, we're looking at another exciting adventure. I went to South Africa just last summer, and I had an incredible time there. We had really amazing experiences. Of course, I went to Mount Shasta before that, and that, too, was absolutely incredible. So here is another once-in-a-lifetime adventure to Stonehenge. We're going to be doing a lot more in Stonehenge on a mystical level than what I did in South Africa and even in Mount Shasta. So we're going to be working together, where you're going to be learning the ways of the Spirit Ambassador. There's also a Spirit Ambassador certification course as well too through this tour. And we're going to be clearing out Stonehenge. We're going to be doing a lot of energetic clearing there as we work together with Spirit's Light to clear out a lot of dense energy contained deeply within the earth. And we're also going to be clearing out a lot of debris in the stones as well too. We may or may not be present upon inside Stonehenge altogether, at least not physically, because they are having a lot of strict tours at Stonehenge right now. So we're either going to do this probably a little bit away from Stonehenge or as close as we possibly can. We're also looking to see if we can actually have a physical contact sighting with a Pleiadian. Okay, so either a Pleiadian being, or maybe a sighting in the sky, but some type of physical contact relating to the Pleiades. All right, to a Pleiadian being, perhaps, or a Pleiadian group. That certainly is our goal, and Spirit is letting me know that this is indeed possible. Okay, so we're going to be looking into that as well too. We're also going to look to see if we can summon a crop circle, okay, and actually just being able to meditate and having a crop circle appear, perhaps the next morning, for example, based upon our intentions. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as well, too. We're also going to be looking into the history of King Arthur, of Avalon. We're going to be looking into the Fey realm. We're going to be talking to Inner Earth. We're going to be looking into ley lines. We're going to be looking into where a dragon may have originally fallen as well, too, connecting to the dragon energy. It is going to be incredible. I'm really stoked. with this tour to come. We really are just going to have, it's really going to be an adventure, guys. It's not just some tour where, you're driving around a bus and you're just pointing at sites and taking pictures. No, you guys are going to be involved with this. You guys are going to be part of the mystical experience of the cosmic tour to Stonehenge. So like you guys are going on an adventure. It's not just like a safari or something like that, right? This is going to be an outright adventure, and you're going to have incredible experiences to share for years. So again, go to wonderworld.vacations and you can sign up. You can order your bundle there. There's lodging available. We're going to have incredible sites. You're going to be able to snap a lot of pictures and have a lot of incredible sites. But again, you're going to be involved with a lot of the deep, adventurous mysticism that we're going to be involved with. So again, feel free to sign up. It's going to be happening between July 18th to July 26th, 2020. Okay, that's July 18th to July 26th, a cosmic tour to Stonehenge and the Pleiades with me. And again, I'm looking forward to this incredible adventure. We already have over 12 people signed up already, okay? We basically have a 30-person capacity, so we got about 18 more spots left. So again, really, this is only launched a few weeks ago. So for us to have 12 people already is incredible. So let's get to 30, right? I really want to have a nice, good-sized group to share in these adventures together. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started today with the webcast. So I'm just going to go ahead and scroll up to the top of the chat, and then we're going to work our way down. So basically, firstly, guys, is we're going to just do some healing requests at first. So if you do have a healing request, either for yourself or perhaps somebody else you know, please, I would just recommend if you can share your first name, if possible. And if you do have a request for a person, make sure you're sharing their first name as well too, okay? If you just want to go by your alias name, then that's fine. Okay, so let's start off at the top. This is from Maria. Maria says, healing request for my daughter Vivian. Hello, Brad. May I ask for spirit healing energy? Vivian has hearing deficiency of 50% on both sides, maybe since birth. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. So let's see if we can work together with that for her today. So Maria, there's something I'm going to get you to do as well too. Okay, so I just want you to place your hands upon the center of your chest right now. Okay. And we're just going to start off with a grounding exercise. So let's just have our feet firmly placed upon the ground. And we're going to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay, and 2 more times. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And 1 more time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And 1 more time, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so I just want you to feel your feet firmly placed upon the ground, and everybody can do this with me, all right? And I just want you to feel the bottom of your feet opening up and feeling roots coming out of the bottom of the feet and connecting all the way into the ground, going very, very deeply into the ground, okay? And so now we're just going to absorb a lot of that brown energy. And we're just bringing that brown energy directly into our legs now. And just feeling that energy moving up to the legs, moving up to the root of the spine. And now we're just going to swirl that brown energy just around the chakra centers, not inside them, but just around them, okay? So we're moving that energy around the root chakra, colored red, okay? We're moving up into the navel chakra, colored orange. Moving up into the solar plexus chakra, colored yellow. Moving up into the heart chakra, colored green. Moving up to the throat chakra, colored aquamarine or sky blue. Moving up into the third eye chakra, colored ocean blue. And finally, moving up into the crown chakra, colored violet. Okay, so I want you to take a very big inhale right from your belly. Inhale. Moving it right to the crown chakra, opening up that crown chakra. Exhale. Feeling this rainbow light slowly cascading down the body, going all the way down to the bottom of the feet and connecting directly into the perineum, located in between the genitals. And so now you're just going to see your energetic toroidal field slowly starting to spin, moving itself in a slow, soft, subtle, counterclockwise direction. Okay. And again, you don't have to visualize the rainbow color if you don't want to. It's just about being able to feel this toroidal field slowly starting to spin. Okay, and you are now connected with the earth energy and are ready to receive spiritual energy. Okay, so we're just doing this exercise to ground ourselves, to center ourselves, and to work together in connecting with the earth energy. And now we are ready to receive the spiritual energy, which will involve a lot of the spirit healing coming in. Okay. So again, for Maria, we'll work together with your daughter right now. So Maria, with your eyes closed and your hands upon the center of your chest, I just want you to visualize your daughter right now, okay? I just want you to visualize her. Maybe she's laying on her bed, okay? So with your daughter right now, I want you to imagine that you're just placing your hand upon the center of her chest as well too, as both of her hands are upon the center of her chest. And I just want you to imagine that you are seeing roots coming out of your hand, and it's going directly into her hands, and these roots are going directly up into the areas of her ears. Okay, so we're basically going into the ear labyrinth. We're going into the inner ear canal as well too. And we may just be aware of any particular forms of toxicity there. So kind of looking at it like black liquid, okay? I just want you to imagine that you're just absorbing a lot of that black liquid in combination together with Vivian's hands and your hands, okay? So you're basically just imagining a lot of that black liquid absorbed there, all right? Now again, as Vivian is your daughter, you can basically just visualize this. Of course, the most effectiveness will be when she's doing it with us. But again, we're just putting that intention to help her out with the hearing situation, okay? So again, I just want you to feel like you're just holding a lot of that black liquid in your hands and feeling and imagining that Vivian is holding a lot of that black liquid into her hands as well too, okay? And I will now connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquids contained within both the hands of Vivian and Maria, lifting all of that energy up into Spirit Light and completely canceling out, eliminating, and purging any form of distortion, any toxins, any harshness, any stagnancies contained within Vivian's ear labyrinths, inner ear canal, and inwardly pertaining to the effects of her hearing, lifting all of that debris, all of that toxicity, all of that stagnancy, all of that harshness out of Vivian's body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven, and allowing pure, healthy, vitality energy from Spirit coming directly into Vivian's ears, into her ear labyrinth, into her inner ear canals, and bringing about a greater restoration of her hearing capability. Apply. Okay. Very good. So Maria, just let me know how things are going with Vivian. If you want to drop me an email down the road as well too, you can. The email is info@newearthteachings.org, or you can just go to my website newearthteachings.com, go to the contact page, and you can drop me an email there as well too. So let me know how she's doing, and I'd just like you to keep working with this kind of visualization. Okay, so you're basically just summoning your spirit team, right? I've talked about in the past about having your entourage with you, okay? And you're basically working together with your daughter and helping her to kind of summon this spirit team. So you just say there's a spirit team of angels, honey, that's going to be around you, and they're just going to take up a lot of this toxic energy out of you. And so you want to just basically visualize, again, a lot of that toxic energy coming into your hands, and now you're saying, I'm ready to release this. I'm ready to let this go. Spirit team, let it be done, okay? And that too will help you in clearing a lot of the energy as well. But Spirit is working on those codes right now, those frequencies for her hearing, so I'm hoping it gets a lot better for her. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so we're just sticking with healing for right now. We're going to be getting into Q&A here in a few minutes. So let me just go down the chat here. Okay. So Slick has asked for a healing request, but Slick, you haven't mentioned where you want the healing request to work on. So again, guys, just let me know what you want worked on. Like, I know you guys want a healing request, but if you can just give me an idea. Guys, otherwise, I really don't know what to work on, and I don't really have time to do a scan on you right now. So again, if you guys do have requests, please make sure what area you'd like to have worked on, okay? So going down here, let's see. Okay. Getting a lot of questions here, guys. Like I said, healing comes first. We should know that by now. Okay, let me just see. Okay, here's one from Daneka. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right. Daneka. I have a healing request for my son, Eli, who is diabetic. Thank you and blessings. Okay. Well, Danica, we'll be doing the same thing just as we did with Maria and Vivian. Okay, so exact same thing once again. So, Danica, I want you just to close your eyes. Okay, and I just want you to place both of your hands upon the center of your chest, and I want you to visualize your son Eli. Okay, and I want you to visualize him on a bed. All right? So again, I just want you to imagine that his hands are upon the center of his chest, and you're just placing your hands over his hands, okay? And so I want you just to connect directly to the liver. I want you to connect directly to the pancreas, also connecting to the lymphatic system as well too. And just being able to see any kind of sluggish black liquid energy there, okay? So with the liver, with the pancreas, with the lymphatic system, even with the spleen as well too. Okay, we're just seeing a lot of black energy, a lot of black congestion there, black liquid, okay? So we're summoning all of that energy directly to the hands. So you're seeing a lot of that black liquid coming into Eli's hands and as well together in your hands. But again, it's not as much black liquid in your hands as it is in Eli because this is happening within his body, okay? So I just want you to visualize that, and I just want you to feel that for him right now, okay? Okay, and I will now connect with Spirit for Eli. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy contained within both Eli and Danica's hands, lifting that energy up into Spirit. Also, completely canceling out, eliminating, and purging any particular form of dense, toxic, stale, stagnant, harsh energy from Eli's liver, from Eli's pancreas, from Eli's spleen, and from Eli's lymphatic system, lifting all of that debris and toxicity, stagnancy, harsh energy up out of his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be 100% purified and forgiven, and allowing pure, healthy vitality energy from Spirit entering Eli's body to bring replenishment and regeneration to his liver, to his pancreas, to his spleen, and to his lymphatic system. Apply. Okay, great. So, Danica, just let me know how things are going with your son, okay? So again, it's the same advice just as I gave to Maria earlier. Okay, just work with him and work with your Spirit team and helping, and helping to clear a lot of that debris out of the body continuously. But Spirit is working on that area right now and helping to clear a lot of that out for you, okay? So thank you so much. Okay, well, we're getting some donations here, so thank you very much. Maria, thank you. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I have another one here from Elmer. Elmer has a request here. Thank you for your donation, too. I appreciate it. Heal or balance my throat chakra. Thank you very much. Okay, so Elmer, here's what we're going to do. Once again, I just want you to place your hand upon the center of your chest. And I want you just to, again, see roots coming out of your hands and just connecting directly to the throat area as well, too. Basically, you want to connect to the thyroid gland, okay? So I want you just to connect to your thyroid, and I want you just to close your eyes and just look into the thyroid. And I want you to imagine that there's a lot of black liquid there, okay? And this represents stagnancy, harshness, debris. So we are basically using those roots from our hands, and we're sucking out a lot of that black liquid and putting it directly into your hands. Now, while you're doing that, I want you to apologize to your thyroid, okay? You're just being apologetic and saying, I'm sorry that I have neglected my thyroid. I'm sorry that I have allowed it to get to this level. And I ask for forgiveness for my thyroid, okay? Your body is very easy to forgive. All it really wants to do is just hear those words, okay? And it will cooperate with you like crazy. Because our body is sick, okay? We have neglected our body. We just want to admit that to our body, okay? So we want to have that kindness. We want to have that connection. We want to have that cooperation with our body. All right, so we're basically just admitting that to our thyroid. That black liquid is now coming out from the thyroid and connecting directly into your hands, okay? All right, so I will now connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy contained within Elmer's hands, lifting all of that energy up out of the body and putting it directly into Spirit, and completely canceling out, eliminating, and purging all stagnancy, all harshness, and all other forms of toxicity from the thyroid gland in Elmer's body, lifting all of that energy up out of his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be 100% purified, and allowing pure, healthy vitality energy to enter the thyroid gland, for Elmer, bringing pure health, rejuvenation, and restoration directly into his being. Apply. Okay. So Elmer, just take some deep breaths in, deep breaths out, okay? And just drink some water today, some fresh water or some spring water is good. And just make sure you're not doing anything too rigorous today. Just give yourself some time to relax and unwind so that spirit can do some work, continue to do some work on the throat chakra or basically in the area of the thyroid, okay? Thank you very much for your request. Appreciate it. Okay. So we're probably going to take one more healing request, and then we're going to get into some questions here. Okay, here's one from Mary Kim. Mary says, healing request for Garland from Mary. Let's move the black liquid out of Garland. Thank you. Okay. So again, if Garland's in the room with you, great. If not, this is something that you'll work together with in visualization. Okay. Elmer says, thank you so much. Very good. Thank you, Elmer. Okay, so Mary, what I want you to do again is just placing your hands upon the center of your chest. Okay. And I just want you to close your eyes, and I want you to visualize Garland with you. Okay, if Garland's in the room with you, then that's fine. But I guess we'll just do it in this way. Okay, so we're just closing our eyes. We're seeing Garland laying on the bed. Okay, his hands are placed upon his chest as well, too. You're just going over and placing your hands upon his chest as well. Okay. Now, you didn't say specifically where the black liquid is, but again, we'll just kind of have to work with it all together, okay? So I just want you to go into Garland's body, and whatever it is that he's facing, I just want you to feel that black liquid just coming directly into his hands and directly into yours, okay? So the request here will just basically be to clear out the intended black liquid contained in Garland's body. Okay, so I will connect with Garland now. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid that is focused upon through Mary, lifting all of that black liquid energy up out of Garland's body, putting it up into source consciousness to be 100% purified and forgiven, and bringing pure, healthy, rejuvenating, regenerating energy directly into Garland's body to wherever it may be needed, and bringing pure, good health and rejuvenation to Garland entirely. Apply. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so again, Mary, feel free to tell Garland about the spirit team as well too, just working with the spirit team and clearing out the debris that you're ready to let go of. Okay, that's both for yourself and for Garland as well. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so that is going to wrap up our healing segment today. We're now going to go ahead and move on into Q&A. So I'm going to kind of go up to the top of the chat again. Kevin just asked this brief question. What's the best way to sleep? East, north, west, or south? I would basically just say sleep within the cardinal directions. Okay, so basically what you want to do is you want to have your bed aligned precisely to the cardinal directions. It's kind of like looking at the pyramid. Okay, so the pyramids are aligned specifically to the cardinal directions, okay? So basically, we're just allowing ourselves to do the same. There may be certain nights in certain phases where you may want to sleep from north to east to south to west, okay? Just depending upon the energetic that you want to receive. With myself, my bed faces the cardinal direction, but I often connect directly to the east quite commonly, okay? That's just how I sleep. But some people may, again, feel a pull to kind of maybe adjust their beds appropriately. And basically, as long as it's facing appropriately to the cardinal directions, then you can receive the energetic in that way. But a lot of people may sleep to the east or perhaps sleep to the north. It all depends. Again, I sleep to the east. So all I would suggest is just make sure that your bed is aligned to the cardinal directions, and you can therefore select what's energetic of the directions that you want to align with when you go to sleep. Okay, but for me, I mainly sleep in the east. Okay. Okay, we got a couple more. Another donation here from Olaf. Olaf, thank you for your contribution. Hello, Brad. Can Adronis inform us what cryptocurrencies that will be the most used and will take over the fiat system and when? Okay, well, here's what Adronis has said because he has commented on this a lot. I know exactly what he said about this. He basically said that there's going to be a lot of different cryptocurrencies opening up. They're not really going to take over the aspect of the fiat currency. The fiat currency is basically just going to plummet eventually over time, and people are going to now start wandering into other areas. So it's the people that's going to bring popularity more so to that. But it's not going to be the only form of currency that's going to be available on the planet. Adronis has talked about this quite specifically. So there's going to be other ideas. Okay, there's going to be local state banking. There's going to be the return of legal tender as well too. Basically, some people may have silver or gold-backed currency as well too. That's going to be available as well. Okay, cryptocurrency is just one of the alternatives. Cryptocurrency really is just going to be an alternative currency. It's never, I do not feel it's ever going to be quote unquote the currency or the main currency in that particular way. Now, again, Adronis has stated that Bitcoin is basically leading the charge right now. He says we really cannot say what is going to be the forerunner for that because there's so many of these different forms of cryptocurrencies happening, and more of them will start to roll out in the next several years. But he says right now Bitcoin is mainly the primary leader of it. But he says this is not going to be the monetary system, the currency in that way. It's just one of several alternative currencies that are going to be available that people can invest in. They can invest in it right now, of course. But many people think that cryptocurrency is going to take over the market. No, it's not, right? It's just an alternative, right? A lot of people are going to see the distaste of being part of the fiat currency. They'll see it's plummeting more and more and more, and they'll start looking into alternatives. And the Bitcoin, the digital currency, will be one of those alternatives. When you're looking into the times ahead, it's going to relate to the idea that there will be a multitude of different currency systems. It will not just be one. Okay, it's not just the idea of just monetary system of a fiat currency or just digital currency. It's not just those two. Okay, there's going to be several coming together. So those will be options. Those will be alternatives in that way. A lot of people think that digital currency is going to run the world. No, it's not. Right? There's so many different things that are going to be coming in that particular way. So like I said, you just have to go where you feel you're being guided. I mean, right now, we can invest a lot into cryptocurrency, and people are doing very well in cryptocurrency. I've talked to quite a few of them as well. I've played with cryptocurrency. It's not really my cup of tea right now. I've tried to kind of work with it, and it's kind of backfired on me a little bit. So I'm not really too fond of it at the moment. I think it still needs a lot of bugs to be worked out in that way. I've personally tried it. But I don't feel it's a very reliable source at this particular time. I do feel it will have that capability to be a reliable source maybe the next couple of years. But right now, I've tried it, I've tasted it. I don't really prefer it. It's not really my cup of tea, but that's just me. Okay. But basically, as Adronis said, he says you move into more of the early 2020s, maybe it's around maybe around 2025 in that way. There'll certainly be a lot more of a peak to it, a lot more of a rise. There'll be a lot more countries offering it. And I think there'll be a lot of bugs out of the system as well, too, to making it much more reliable. Okay. So that's what I can say. So again, it's not really a takeover of the fiat system. The fiat system is going to take itself out. It's going to just basically plummet. It's going to fall. It's like a crumbling pillar block that is just going to fall apart. And then, of course, other currency systems will start to step up, one being digital currency. Okay? Thank you very much for your question. Okay, let me just go down the list here. Okay, here's one from Classy Music. A question for Adronis. Which crystals and stones are best to wear as jewelry? Earrings, necklaces, bracelets. Okay, that's an interesting question. I don't think anybody's asked Adronis that before. So give me one moment as I bring him through. And thank you again, Classy Music. Okay, here we go. Soul Star. Sirius. Adronis. we are here at this time. We bid you greetings and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning into this broadcast through your internet collective consciousness. We say hello to the one known as Classy Music. We thank you very much for your question. Now, the most appropriate response we can give would be more so appropriate apparel, as it were, or the aspect of utilization of crystals for yourself, because everybody is going to have different forms of calibrations. With your energy, we see a great deal of turquoise within your aura. And so it's very important that you're working together with jewelry that represents the reflection of that turquoise energy, which means there is a great ability to communicate. There is a great, shall we say, inner process of knowing, a great inner sensing of intuitive abilities, also great apathy, or shall we say empathy, not apathy, empathy itself. So what we would suggest is working together with what you would know as the turquoise frequency. All right, so you may want to work together with, yes, certain levels of turquoise colored jewelry, perhaps in the form of necklaces or in the aspects of bracelets. If we were to look into the idea of ankle bracelets, we would suggest the color of obsidian for you. All right, so you could look into obsidian. You could also look into certain degrees of smoky quartz rock, placing that within the pockets, for example. You could also look into the idea of having what you would know as an amethyst tiara. So basically being able to create a tiara or something else pertaining to a head apparel that would align you in that way to receiving greater states of the violet ray spiritual frequency. So working together with the amethyst, creating a type of tiara in that particular way. For earrings, again, we would also recommend the turquoise frequency. All right. So again, whatever particular form of stone that is in that sense resonates close to that particular degree that you feel is appropriate can help you and serve you a lot too, because that will also help in rejuvenating your energy, bringing forward a great level of, shall we say, cleanliness. It helps to clear away any particular forms of stagnant energies within your field. Again, these crystals are specifically calibrated for such a thing. But that is really what we would recommend. Now, everybody is different. It's not about the idea of saying that what works for one is going to work for everybody else. You want to be able to scan their energies. You want to be able to get a feeling. So really, when you are connecting with another person, let spirit tell you exactly what they require. So this is what we would recommend specifically for you, but everybody else is different. If we were basically looking down into, shall we say, a belt for yourself, you may want to look into the idea of the utilization of amber as well too. Amber again holds a great equilibrium pertaining to the aspects of connection and relationships, as well as in that sense creating a strong equilibrium pertaining to the flow of your toroidal field, balancing it out as well too, maintaining an equilibrium there. So this is what we could recommend specifically for you, Classy Music, but again, it is different for everyone else because everyone has a different energetic property. We thank you very much for your question. Okay, thank you very much, Classy Music. I hope that helps. So we'll move down the list here. Okay, here's one from Bigfoot Forest. Adronis explained that there is a level of love that even the masters never fully tapped into. How can we begin to bring this through into our present life? Well, you have to start off small, right? Don't just go running off for the big. It's like the idea where you're just starting to jog a marathon, and all of a sudden you see this gigantic marathon and this gigantic mountain ahead of you and saying, hey, I'm going to run up to the top of that mountain. You're not finished actually working with your own marathon, right? You got to start jogging. You got to start following your inertia, your momentum pertaining to the state of love. Now, basically, the masters have reached profound states of love, but there is in that sense an even greater state of love, of basically being at one with God in that way. But that's something you have to work towards, right? The whole idea is that we want to clear away a lot of the debris, a lot of the toxicity that is preventing ourselves from being able to love at all, right? That's really where we have to start. So basically, we're talking about love energy, and we're talking about something that's very intangible. We can't really accurately describe love in that way. It's something you have to feel. I know I certainly have to work with deeper, expansive states of love, because honestly, guys, there's times where I get very frustrated. There's times where I'm, stuck in traffic. There's times where, this person is constantly asking the same question and it's getting on my nerves. Not so much through a session, but just through emails and stuff like that. When I have to email people like a dozen times answering the same question over and over and over again, that kind of drives me a little bit up the wall, right? There's certain things that I still get frustrated about. I'm very human, guys. I'm not some gigantic deity that's coming down here and say, oh, Brad's perfect. No. I have a lot of flaws just like everybody else, right? So we're just working on the idea of expansive states, or an expansive love. We can't really advise what to do and to go into those deeper love states, because we firstly have to unpeel a lot of this debris, a lot of this toxicity that we're still going through that's preventing us from loving further, right? That's really the whole idea. It's being able to clean out every particular particle of debris within yourself that represents lack, okay? So the greatest that you are able to achieve, not only through the idea of connecting at oneness with God, but just through yourself as well too, involves being able to clear yourself of anything else pertaining to lack. Lack is the source. It is everything that is a counter agent to love, right? If we're basically looking at the aspect of an antichrist, we're looking at lack energy, okay? Because lack is the totality of everything that represents trauma, of everything that represents identity, everything that represents personality and aspects, everything that we know we're not, everything that may be inorganic in that way exists in that state of lack. So we're working to purify ourselves, to working ourselves together with that. But we basically need the lack to show us exactly where we're in lack so that we can clear a lot of that out. Once you're clearing a lot of that out, you go into expansive states. You can't really measure this state of love. But Adronis is basically talking about higher planes to where love exists that certain masters have not even been able to touch yet. It even goes beyond the aspect of the ascended master plane, because there's certain ascended masters in that sense that have reached a higher level, but they still think that they are God rather than actually being able to come to the God, right? So this is exactly what Adronis is talking about. He said there are certain masters that have only reached up into a certain pinnacle of love energy because they believe themselves to be the creator, when that's not the case, right? The whole idea is that we can become a God, but we are never the God, right? And so they're learning to get past that particular conflict and come deeper into connecting to at oneness with God. And that is basically the closest way to put it, the deepest love that you can experience. And we can't accurately describe that. That's something that we have to feel, okay? So Bigfoot, Forrest, that's what I can share regarding that question. Okay, thank you. Okay, we're probably going to take maybe about 2 or 3 more questions before we wrap up today. So again, if you guys have healing requests as well too, remember, go to healingcodecards.com. There's a few free cards that you can try out as well too. If you have your healing code card deck on the way, great. Remember the BCR technique, okay? The BCR technique is on my YouTube channel here, okay? All you do is just go onto YouTube, type in BCR technique demonstration, okay? And just watch that video and please perform it. Perform it to your heart's content as best as you can. Okay, and just put a lot of that love energy. You got a sore back, something in you is aching, something within you is stiff. Okay, we can work with that love energy, and love energy will bring revitalization into that area. Okay, like I've talked about to death many times in previous broadcasts as well too. Okay, so like Shannon says here, hi Brad, I've had the worst pain in my right upper arm for years. Okay. So again, as you're asking for help, I can't ignore help, okay? So Shannon, why don't I do this, and then we'll get to 2 more questions and we'll wrap up, okay? So Shannon, what I want you to do, again, is just place your hands upon the center of your chest, okay? And I just want you to feel roots coming out of your hands and just connecting directly to your right upper arm, okay? Okay, a lot of this has to do with a lot of weight on your shoulders, okay? A lot of tension. You're basically feeling that you're carrying a lot of other people's baggage with you. You got to stop, right? You got to drop those bags. You're carrying too much. You're putting too much onto yourself, and this is weighing you down, and this is going to affect around the areas of the shoulders, okay? You're carrying too much emotional baggage. It needs to be released, okay? So please do the BCR technique after this as well too, okay? So Shannon, again, just feeling those roots connecting directly around the shoulders and the shoulder blade. I should say the right shoulder and the right shoulder blade, okay? And I just want you to look inside your body in that area, and I want you to see all this black liquid. It's not just black liquid, it's black liquid that's basically entangled, okay? It's like it's a ball of yarn in that way, okay? So I just want you to send apologies to your right shoulder for neglecting it, okay? I want you to apologize to your right shoulder blade as well too. and you're just apologizing for being neglectful and just asking for forgiveness. And as you do that, your body is very cooperative and wants to work with you because you're acknowledging it, okay? Like I said, we make ourselves sick because we neglect our body, okay? This is the truth for all of us, the truth for me as well too, okay? So again, you're just sending that apologetic energy to your right shoulder and just feeling all of that black liquid coming into both of your hands, okay? Now I'll just give you a moment now so you can take a lot of that black liquid into your hands. Okay, and I will now connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy contained within Shannon's hands, lifting that energy up out of her body, putting it up into source consciousness, and also completely canceling out, eliminating, and purging all of the dense toxicity, stagnancy, and harshness contained within her right shoulder and right shoulder blade, lifting that energy up out of her body, putting it up into spirit consciousness, to be purified and forgiven, and allowing pure, healthy vitality energy to come into the body, into Shannon's body, bringing pure health, vitality, rejuvenation, regeneration, and good health back into the right shoulder for Shannon. Apply. Okay, Shannon, deep breath in, deep breath out. Apologies, guys, I'm a little bit fumbled with my own words this morning. It's still a little bit early for me. So again, thank you very much, Shannon. Okay, so keep working with that. Like I said, go with the BCR technique. Start clearing a lot of that away. I'd also like you to go for a lot of massages as well, too. Okay, maybe look into shiatsu massage, deep tissue massage as well, too. There's a lot of kinks in that right shoulder, okay? So I think we're able to get a lot of the surface debris out. Spirit is going to work together with a lot more of the core. But like I said, a lot of this is emotional entangled, and Spirit will not touch what is still belonging to you on an emotional level, okay? So you have to do a lot of healing work. Okay, you need to work in a lot of BCR technique. You also want to work on dropping a lot of those emotional bags. There's a lot of them there in your shoulders. Okay, you're taking on too much. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress in your life. You got to work on sorting that out. You got to drop those bags, okay, and being able to work together with your health. Your health needs to come first right now, okay? Everybody else has to wait till you self-correct, wait till you heal, and then you can jump back in and you can start helping people out. This is, again, advice I want to give everybody, okay? When you guys feel that, no, Brad, I have to help this person. I have to go and do this. I have to go and do that. When you're barely able to stand, stop. Okay, do not feel like you are pushing yourself up until you're ready to collapse, right, and fall apart, and you don't think you'll be able to get up again. Okay, do not feel that you are overtaxing yourself. You're not pushing yourself to the limit by thinking that you need to juggle a lot of responsibilities, that you feel you need to look after somebody. You got to look after yourself right now. Okay, so you want to go into that state of self-healing and state of self-correction. So again, what are you doing? Pay attention to everybody, okay? Because I want you to tell this to other people who may comment on my channel. And so this is what Brad is saying to do, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to work with the BCR technique, okay? The BCR technique is going to help you. It's basically working with a great deal of expansive love energy, and it's replacing a lot of that debris within yourself, okay? It's replacing a lot of that conflicting debris. So again, this all functions together with the law of correspondence, with equivalent exchange, okay? If I have this much contaminated heavy energy, what do, guys? I make sure I have enough love energy that is equal to or greater than that conflicting energy, right? So now I'm putting all of that love energy and I'm expanding it, and I'm making it even greater and bigger and much more joyous. And now I'm making it the size of a softball. I'm putting it into my chest. I'm talking to the love energy like it's a being directly in front of me. And I'm saying to it, love energy, please clear away all this stress in my shoulders. I'm ready to let it go. Please let it be done. And now, within seconds, you start to feel that love energy coming out, okay? That's one particular technique you can do. Second video you want to look at is Adronis Silver Lining Agreement, okay? So the Silver Lining Agreement is letting you know about a happiness list, okay? You're creating a happiness list of all these things that make you not just happy, but ecstatically happy, okay? You're working with your imagination. It does not always have to be something practical. It's going to be a great dream in that way. And that's one of the things you're putting down in your happiness list, okay? Then you create a second list. The second list is called the challenges list, okay? and you're just writing out certain things that you want to resolve. But now that you're putting all this love energy directly into all these things that make you happy, you're just booming with love. And now you're putting love towards all those conflicts. So it's just like the BCR technique, but just in a different type of arrangement, okay? Another thing in that sense is just being able to get a lot of rest after you do a lot of these exercises, okay? So rest, drink some water, and just let yourself go into a state of easement so that your body has time to repair and recuperate yourself afterwards. Some people may have to sleep 12 to 14 hours in an evening for that to happen. Go for it. Do it, okay? If you have to sleep 12 hours, you have to sleep 14 hours, that's a lot of work being done on your body. Go ahead and do it. Please don't make excuses, okay? So reserve a day. If you have a day off and you want to go to bed at 10 o'clock at night and you want to sleep till 10 a.m. the next morning, then you go ahead and you do it. You set time aside for yourself to correct and to self-heal. And as you do this, step by step, day by day, you're rejuvenating yourself again. You're replenishing yourself again. And now you can jump back out there and you can help people, okay? But please be aware of what your body requires. Please be aware of what your body needs. Make sure that you're eating healthy as well too, right? That's energy coming into our body. It's going back into that ancient Taoist phrase, right? Qi flows where the mind goes, okay? So you want to make sure that you're basically creating a healthy diet with everything, not just with food, but with your own personal care, with how you think, with how you feel, okay? Your mentalities. This is very, very important as well too, okay? So I want you guys to really just pay attention to what I said. And when you're seeing people on my channel saying, oh, I don't know what to do, I'm hurting here, etc., you can bring this up to them. Say, hey, are you using Brad's BCR technique? Are you doing the silver lining agreement? Are you getting rest? Are you allowing yourself to recover? Right? That's helping them out. So what's the BCR technique? Now you can give them a link, okay? There's a lot of people that come onto my channel that are completely brand new, that have never heard of me before, but there's some type of tag or text on this that gets their attention, and those are the new people that require help. So everybody here, if you guys are constantly coming back and you're familiar with my work for years, pass it on, okay? Pass it on. Be a part of it. You may even have some techniques and suggestions you want to share with them. Go ahead and do that too, okay? Help people. Help people wherever there is, okay? You see comments on my chat, comments on the YouTube channel, respond, right? And just start putting these things. So here's Brad's BCR technique. Here's another cool technique I found out from this expert you could check out. Great. You're helping people out. That's the whole idea. We don't have enough workers, guys. We have a lot of people suffering. We have very few workers. We need more workers, okay? We need more volunteers. So if you're ready, if you're willing to do that, this is, again, what's helping out many people, not just on my channel, but on other people's channels as well, too, right? Really step up. We need a lot of people volunteering right now to help people out, okay? So let's do one more question, and we're going to wrap up for the broadcast today. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just going to kind of go into this last question here at the very bottom. This is from Raylene. What is making the body so tired lately? Body feels hot, skin cold with goosebumps. Okay, well, that's a lot of toxins within the body. Okay, so you want to clear out a lot of toxicity. Whenever you're feeling too cold in that way, for example, you don't have a lot of circulation going in your body, which means your body is overworking itself. Your organs are overworking itself quite a bit. Okay, you gotta start lightening the load. So again, guys, I've talked about the medical medium, right? I've talked about what he recommends as well too. I would recommend this just all the same. Okay, if you have the medical medium book, you want to start replenishing the liver. You want to start taking care of the liver as well too. Whenever you're feeling coldness within your body in that sense, and you're actually getting goosebumps, your circulation is not responding well. Okay, you have very poor circulation within the body. So again, a lot of this points back into the liver. Okay, the liver needs to be detoxified. You need to clean out the liver as best as you can. Okay, so again, look into the medical medium, look into celery juice, look into the heavy metal detox smoothie. You can find these on Google. Okay, the recipes are online, and just follow that for, again, a good consistent amount of time. Like when I was doing the celery juice, I was doing it for about 9 months straight. Okay. And that's what you want to do. When you're doing the heavy metal detox smoothie, I was doing that for about 4 or 5 months straight. Okay, and it makes a difference. Your body feels good. You actually have a lot more energy. You feel like you're 20 years old again. So that is what I'd recommend, again, with the BCR technique, the silver linings agreement as well too. Take care of your body. Your body is sluggish, okay? When you guys are feeling a lot of cold sensations within your body, you feel like you're getting goosebumps in that sense. That has to do with poor circulation, okay? Your blood flow is not very good. So you also want to work on a thyroid as well too. Thyroid wants to be taken care of as well. You want to work on your lymphatic system as well too, okay? So your lymphatic system, your thyroid, your liver, okay? So take care of those areas, and that's what's going to bring improvement more and more, okay? All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Slick says, do you like EFT tapping, Brad? I've never tried it, Slick. I don't use it. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I've just never really had to use it. In the past, I kind of played with it a little bit, but I said, no, I don't really need to do that. There's just other particular techniques that have helped me a lot more. I'm not saying EFT is a bad thing. It's a great thing, right? I'm sure a lot of people use it to help them out, and I'm not at all criticizing it. It's just not something I use. Okay, so I use different methods in that way. I basically use the BCR technique. I work with spirit codes. I worked with light circuitry. That really did the job. That did the areas that needed to be cleaned up. I used the EQ method as well too for working with a lot of emotional states. That did the job, right? So again, EFT has its own power, its own greatness in its way, but it's a technique, right? It's about what you put your energy toward. That is what's making the best technique for you, because you're putting your energy into it. You're making it phenomenal, okay? So if it works for you, go ahead and do it, all right? Thank you, guys. So we're out of time. I will go ahead and wrap up for today, and I will see you guys again next week here on YouTube. Okay, New Earth Teachings webcast starting at 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Take care, guys, and I'll speak to you again in another perspective of the now. Thank you.